have a chance to say, yeah, you're right. We're too extreme. We're too wild. We're too out of control. We're too full of our own shit. Or we have a chance to say, hey, fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, we're right. Because you have all made it to the dance. Because believe me, this is the dance.
To another edition of Cracked Skulls. I am, of course, Alex, the Wrestling Mind, as well as Steve Monoxide.
Go fuck yourselves.
Steve. Yeah, as usual. And this is going to be kind of special, because it's normally me and Steve that's just doing here the show. And we've had Kristen on as a special guest, and she's gotten a positive reaction, and we enjoy having her on because she, is funny and whatever. So...
She is funny and whatever.
And she makes me die a lot.
That's what I find funny. I find that funny. So, what we are going to do is me and Steve, I posed this question earlier, and Steve agreed, and Kristen agreed. So, we are officially making Kristen a member of, I guess, this little team we have with Cracked Skulls. So, it's now not just me and Steve, it is me, Kristen, and Steve. So,
hooray!
Oh, sure, put me last.
Well,
this is going on my channel. You should say my name first.
Hooray!
Hooray!
yeah. But yeah, all hail Queen Kristen.
All
Hooray!
hail Queen Kristen.
Hooray again. Moving on. Hooray.
Okay, so
All
yes. She is officially a part of the group now. So yay for that. Now, on to, I guess, what's going to be the main talk of the show. I don't have the results of the pay-per-view with me. I'm sure one of these two blokes has them, so I'm going to ask them about it. But the pay-per-view that just ended about 50 minutes ago, Capital Punishment. Let me just say here, folks, there was punishment dished out. There was, in fact, punishment dished out.
Yeah, they punished our brains.
The punishment was dished out to every single person that paid money to buy this pay-per-view.
And our brains.
Okay? That is the punishment. And
Yeah,
also,
this is a shitty pay-per-view.
And our fucking
also,
brains.
yeah, the brains. But
Oh, I
mainly
have the matches now.
As well as
here's the matches!
I had to look them up. We just watched this pay-per-view, and yet I don't remember all the matches.
Okay, Johnny is in the chat. His mic is broken, but he's here in spirit, I guess. And he's saying wrong.
He says this pay-per-view is awesome, like he always does. But since he always says that, your opinion is void.
And he loves every
Void
single match.
and null and void. Sorry, I can't even
And he really
tell you what you're saying.
He loved the Obama segment, by the way.
Oh my God, he loved that Obama segment.
So,
Yes.
Loved it so much.
So since I have the card, do you guys want me to announce the matches?
I guess so. I
Yes,
got
but
the
you
card, too.
have to do it in the Chava voice.
I've got the card too, but you.
No, I've retired that voice. Sorry.
Ooh, Chavo.
There you go.
That's
All
just
right.
disgusting.
First, we have the WWE United States title match: Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston.
Johnson.
John.
Kofi Johnston.
With Ziggles.
So, is Kofi still over? I didn't see the match. Is Kofi still over? I'm wondering. I'm
I'm
scratching
not
my
really
head.
sure.
He's over, but he's not over to the extent that he was back in late 2009 when he was feuding with Randy Orton. Which shows.
Which is
It
really
shows
sad.
because they've made this guy a glorified upper mid-carder and nothing more. That's all he's going
It
to do.
shows that if you don't put someone on TV and let them talk, no one gives a shit about them.
But Kristen, what do you think they have? A TV show where they can put people on and let them talk?
Superstars. Superstars.
Yeah, where Drew McIntyre cuts promos.
Drew McIntyre actually tries to show off charisma that he's still fighting over.
There's a lot of people battling charisma right now. Just look at SmackDown. That guy who's with Great Khali, he's void of personality.
Jinder Mahal.
So I hear Dolph. Yeah,
that's the guy.
He's named after a spice.
Yeah.
I hear that Dolph Ziggler went over in this matchup.
Yeah.
With the sleeper hold.
Yeah, he beat Kofi with the sleeper hold, and Kofi passed out in not a very long amount of time.
Wow.
This was not Steve Austin, Bret Hart passed out, where Steve Austin was in the move for like 5 minutes in the sharpshooter for like 5 minutes.
Via pass out. Sorry.
Pass out. So, anyways, it's not Bret Hart and Steve Austin, where Steve Austin was in the sharpshooter for like 5 fucking minutes. Kofi was in a sleeper hold. A common wrestling maneuver. A common wrestling maneuver that Ziggler, they're trying to make as his finisher. And he was in it for like a minute, and he passed out. Making Ziggles the United States champion.
Ziggles. I'm sorry, but if I can call a mid-card champion Ziggles, that person's going to go far for me.
Exactly. Dolph Ziggler, ladies and gentlemen, that's the man.
I'm at least glad he's back in the public eye again. I hope he fucking cuts promos now by himself.
Yeah, and I'm also glad that he went from feuding against the world champion to make him a viable world champion to back to the mid-card.
You knew it was going to happen.
I don't care if I knew it or not. I still didn't want it to happen.
Yeah.
We all didn't want it to happen. Like, we all didn't want the change that they gave him.
Where they made him Evan Bourne with a growth spurt.
Yes, where they made him Evan Bourne for a while.
With a growth spurt, mind you, because he looked kind of...
Hey, Johnny, you called the right person, actually, when you yelled at him at WrestleMania. You totally got the right guy.
Fly.
Yeah.
So, any other thoughts on this match, on the actual match part?
It was good, but they've had
I didn't see it.
They've had better matches in the past, I'll say that. This was not
I'll agree to that.
Greatest confrontation.
Next we have some backstage segments. R-Truth coming out with the WWE title, cutting his promo, talking to Eve Torres. And then we have a little promo by Miz with Todd Grisham talking about how he started Alex Riley's career. All he did was carry the briefcase and blah-bitty-blah-bitty-blah-bitty-blah. And there's a thin line between luck and awesome.
I don't even know how that makes sense. That should be in a Batman movie. That should be in like one of the Batman movies that had
line between luck and awesome. Either him or the Joker says it. You know.
So then after that, unless somebody has an opinion on the backstage.
Because there is a fine line.
I say that there is absolutely no reason why Eve Torres should have boobs, those tightly pressed together and that big, and yet have this pay-per-view be TVPG. Fuck that bullshit.
But they were hot, I'll tell you
Just
that.
saying.
She looks very
Moving
hot.
on. We have The Miz versus Alex Riley.
A-Rye.
Enough said.
I didn't I really wanted The Miz to win.
I did too.
I think he
because
needed it.
It made sense to me that he should win, or at least go over in some sense, even if Alex Riley wins the match. Like, beat him up afterwards.
Yeah. To me, it wasn't good for Miz's character, because, see, Miz has been booked poorly, by the way, as this guy that can't hold on to the title by himself. He always needs interference. He always needs someone to come help him. He needs something to keep him winning the title. And most of the time, that was Alex Riley helping him win the title. And so now they're feuding, and Miz can't even beat the guy that was like basically being dished out to Cena as like jobber bait.
See, the worst part about this all is that no one is going to buy Miz's second world title run, if he gets one, because they've seen how his first title run has panned out, and now they're seeing how he's panning out after he lost his first title run, or lost his first title. He's losing to the man that was his scapegoat to everybody that was going after him. John Cena, if he needed somebody to be his little shield, that was Alex Riley. So now he can't even beat his own fucking shield and all that.
I think I know, though, what Miz will have to use or do, basically, to get back to the title. He is going to need to invoke the power of crab meat.
The power of crab meat.
He's going to have to stuff it with crab meat.
Yeah.
Oh my god! The stuffing of crab meat is happening right now! By God almighty!
Jesus Christ!
Jesus Christ! Oh my god!
So, yes. Not very happy that Miz looked the way he did after the match, but I'm at least happy that Alex Riley is getting a push. Although Kristen had to ruin it by saying, as Alex Riley was walking away...
Yeah, I want to say it. By saying, bye, Alex Riley. Wait, what did I say?
You said...
I totally forgot what I said, like, midway through saying it. Shut up, Al.
Oh my god, you had a brain fart just now.
Shut up, Alex Otunga. You weren't even on the show tonight.
Alex Terry. Yeah, go cry in your corner with Vanessa Hudgens, or what is it, Jennifer Hudson. You can't even remember her name.
Her name is Fuck You! That's what her name is!
Anyways, what did I say?
I don't know, you had some brain
saying...
fart and you can't remember what
No,
happened.
Well,
you were
Al was going to say it.
There goes Alex Riley, fading off into obscurity.
That was clever. I'm glad I said that.
Yeah, but see, that's why
she's probably like, I said that?
He shouldn't have won because now he's going to fade into obscurity. All they needed to do was have a good match and have Miz go over. They didn't have... Alex Riley did not need to win this match to get over. He just didn't need to look like shit.
Okay, yeah. That's great, Steve.
Mother...
Moving on.
We have Big Show versus Del Rio.
Well, it's the Big Show.
What the fuck ever. That's what I have
cares?
to say about this match.
This is their feud for Alberto Del Rio before John Cena. Wonderful.
I don't know what they were really trying to go
for.
I don't know what they were trying to go for in this match. I mean, the only thing I can really think of is that there might be a possible love interest between Big Show and Kane that'll arise or something like that. But yes, he ate Big Show. I didn't know by giving a World's Strongest Slam through a table that he eats him.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot that Mark Henry came out.
I think everyone totally forgot that Mark Henry existed, so you're fine.
That's true, that's true. It's not...
It's PG gay. Not okay, Paul.
P
All right, Paulie Ollie often free. We have Undertaker 010 as well. We have fanboys. I'm not shitting you. We have fanboys.
No, they just happen to be stuck in the call with us when we decide to start recording.
No, why can't you just say they're fanboys? Damn it.
Because they're not fanboys. Because they're going to type, we're not fanboys. Here to say, see, Paul just called us ass clowns.
Ass
Good job.
clowns, I'm not your fan, bitch.
See, I told you.
And
anyways.
He spelled your wrong. Y-O-U-R.
Okay, next match. Unless somebody has an opinion on Big Show and Alberto Del Rio.
Who the fuck has an opinion on that shit? Move on.
Let's see. Next we have Ezekiel Jackson versus Wade Barrett for the Intercontinental title.
A.K.A. William Regal on steroids and Ahmed Johnson Jr. This match was atrocious.
I did not see the point. Well, I guess it finally ends their feud. It gets rid of the Core. How the fuck is Core gone, but New Nexus is still alive?
Especially since Core was booked a hell of a lot better in the beginning.
Nexus, Nexus must, like, everyone in Nexus must play the song "I Will Survive" before they go out on their matches or something.
No, leave the memories alone. That's what they need. Get rid of them.
And yet, all of us have now attempted a solo career except for David Otunga,
Shut up!
Yeah,
because everyone would forget about him.
Yeah,
No,
David
you haven't attempted a singles career. Are you kidding me?
Go
Yeah, I
back
have. What are you talking about? When they were in South Africa, I teamed with Randy Orton. I'm a face now.
What?
That's
You didn't hear about that? The house shows
because
in South Africa?
you're in South Africa. Of course, you're a face. It's your home country. That's a phone.
Well, you're not
Goodbye.
face anywhere, even though you live in your home country.
Yeah. And you're not even black, you're gray.
That's not the Raw GM.
The Raw GM. He's calling from a payphone.
Paul just put Nexus is like a roach, it just won't die.
It should die. Fuck them. This is
Anyways, how do we get... What about the Intercontinental title match, guys?
What about
Ezekiel
it?
Jackson is your new Intercontinental Champion.
I
They
do.
just-
I do agree with Johnny. The wall over Nexus.
No,
Well-
see, he pretty much. What was I gonna go with this? They just need a black man as a champion since Kofi has lost his title.
I love Jackson. Paul's writing. I love Jackson.
Yes, he loves Ahmed Johnson Jr.
On a more serious point, do the mid-card titles even mean anything anymore? It used to be, if you were Intercontinental Champion, that meant one day you were going to be World Champion. Does it really mean that now?
It hasn't meant that in years. I mean, fuck's sakes, Godfather was the Intercontinental Champion. Who else? Val Venus. Who the fuck else?
I would just like to point out. I think the last time
Santino.
the title majorly meant something was when Randy Orton was the Intercontinental Champion, because he had a great title reign and he also made that title mean something. I think in like 2003, the Intercontinental title scene was really great, but something that really got lost along the way is you had guys like Shelton Benjamin win the IC title a bunch of times, and he never got a world title. He never even, I don't even think he got a world title match.
It's just like, does
So-
anyone really care who the mid-card champions
All right,
are?
how about this? No, here's a better thought. When Carlito was the Intercontinental Champion, instead of losing it to another young guy that might be a main eventer, they give it to Ric fucking Flair. Ric fucking Flair. Enough said. The title's worth shit.
On
So-
that angry note,
Yeah, on that note, I thought I didn't even pay attention to the match because it couldn't keep my attention. That's not a good thing. I'm trying to actually watch this pay-per-view, but it couldn't keep my attention. And I normally will watch a match. It's not like I have a poor attention span or something.
my rule of thumb is if I start excuse me, if I start surfing the internet during the match, then it's not a very good match.
Probably looking at cute kitten pictures, too. My God.
No, I was working on the website.
Yes, folks, actually,
own
let's
porno
use it
website.
as a... No, Steve, just no. Let's use it as a segue, because, Kristen, you are doing the award show again.
Yes, I'm starting to put together a website now because last year I had everybody just leave comments in the comment section on who they wanted to vote for, and that really was a pain in the ass to count all the votes, especially when Al tried to vote for himself like 9 million times.
I did not. Yes,
Liar. Anyways,
Conspiracy.
so I'm setting up a website now so that later when I make it more official, it'll be easier to be updated on what is going on with the YWC Awards. But yes, second annual YWC Awards. I'm going to try and have them posted by November this time. Last year it didn't get up till December.
Yeah.
The egg shall hatch, and it will not be the gobbledygooker. It shall be the YWC Award Show.
Yeah, so hopefully everybody will be excited about that.
And no, Johnny Thunder will not have a goodbye speech to the YWC because he will never leave the YWC
Yeah.
You will live on. Leave the
in our memories. So anyways, folks, shut up, Johnny. Anyways, folks, yes, YWC Award Show 2. It's happening once again because you didn't think we could do it another time, but goddamn it, we're doing it another time, and it's going to rape your face with magic.
I'm sure they didn't think we were going to do it the first time at first, because I was like, no, it's definitely going up. And then, like, maybe a month later it went up.
Only a month, that's it.
Anyways, folks, so yes.
Shut up, Paul. It was not rigged.
It's Johnny.
Okay.
Johnny, Paul is the
Shut
one
up,
saying
Johnny.
Paul is the one saying that you were watching gay porn. So anyways,
okay.
folks.
Okay, what was the next match? I know that was a weird segue.
Rey Mysterio versus CM Punk.
Ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, I just want to say with this match, to me, this was my favorite match on the entire pay-per-view. I was actually, with the finish and everything, and now Kristen is writing. She must be bored.
Sorry, I'm letting you finish so I don't interrupt you.
With the finish of the match and everything, I enjoyed the counters. I enjoyed the back and forthness of it. There were like 3 619 counters. He hit the 619 once. I thought it was a great match. And I can't remember the last Rey Mysterio CM Punk match that I thought was as good as that match, because I don't think the WrestleMania match was as good as this one.
And Punk wins!
Yes, thank you, fucking God, thank you. I was mentioning this to Kristen and Steve. Like, holy shit, how has Punk been able to keep his heel heat for all this time without winning on pay-per-view since Extreme Rules 2010? And I was giving him a lot of props for that. And then I must have, like, jinxed the system or something, because he actually won. So...
Holy shit, he won!
I mean, if you don't believe in God, then this should not be evidence to help support that. But you should probably believe in CM Punk and Straight Edge, because...
Okay, I just have to say one thing, though. I'm excited that CM Punk won, but CM Punk winning means that New Nexus survives longer.
No!
Kristen is always Debbie Downer.
I'm sorry, I'm just reminding everyone that as awesome as this is, that means New Nexus is still alive.
That's like saying to someone that just won the lottery, like, yeah, I won the lottery, and then you come up, oh, 9/11 still happened. Like,
no,
fuck
that's like coming up to somebody that just won the lottery and being like, oh yeah, you gotta pay taxes on those, so you don't actually get that much money.
Yeah, you might want to. If you want to take it out as a whole, we got to tax it even more.
Yeah, and as Paul is typing to us, Punk is leaving. I believe that's why they gave him the win on the pay-per-view, because they're trying to do anything to keep him here.
They did this with Jeff Hardy. They
transferred his girlfriend over to Raw, which if everybody doesn't know is Beth Phoenix.
Oh,
which holy crap! What?
Always up to date on the relationships in pro wrestling.
So they moved her over to try and keep him, and I think they're giving him this little, like, push. And, yes, she's an alumni. She used to work there.
She's an
Sorry,
alumni.
Johnny just said something random.
About Cherry?
No.
Cherry
from Deuce and Domino.
Wait a minute. She's been gone for years.
I only wish that Johnny was in the call for this one, because when they were doing their promo, I really wanted to randomly yell out Krusty Lizard. But only Johnny will get that joke.
No, I do get that
only
too. I don't
Johnny
get it.
will get that joke.
I get the joke.
Because he said something about pudding, lumpy pudding.
Lumpy pudding?
Yeah, he said something about lumpy pudding, and that made me think of Krusty Lizard.
What?
Why?
Here,
what?
well, since we have plenty of time on this show, I was talking to Johnny one night, and what happens is that I will be talking to somebody, and then in the middle of the conversation, I will say something random, and then go back to what I was talking to. So I was telling Johnny about what I did that day. So I was like, okay, so yeah, I watched some movies, and then I went and hung out by the river, and is that a Krusty Lizard on the ground? Anyway, so yeah, we were watching this movie, and
no, I can make evidence of that, because I have actual video of her on the phone with me for this movie I was making, and I have evidence of her on the phone with me, and she literally will just like point out random things like, why is my dog over here? I don't understand this. And then she'll just be like, oh yeah, Al, what were we talking about again?
I'm a witness to that as well.
Okay. So anyways,
you have video I have video evidence on my channel. I do it all the time on my channel.
That is true. Folks, we're in a call with a crazy person right now.
Speaking of crazy, Randy Orton versus Christian.
Oh, do you mean crazy as in like crazy stupid, crazy
Yes.
dumb, crazy
Yes.
retarded, crazy
Yes.
like?
And
Are you
yes.
just gonna say yes?
Oh, it is.
Orton,
Paul's head just blew up, ladies and gentlemen.
Damn it!
Orton, if I find you, I will kick you in the skull. Enough said.
Yeah, I'm sorry, folks, but let me just ask you all a question, okay?
Let Paul
Let
let Al blow up.
Let me ask you all a question, okay? All right. So you have Christian win the world title from Alberto Del Rio, getting the biggest, need I remind you, reaction at this whole entire pay-per-view that I was there live for. The biggest reaction. Bigger than Randy Orton's, bigger than anything else in the whole entire show, winning the world title. You have him lose the world title to Randy Orton 2. I'm not saying 5. Fuck storyline. 2 days later on SmackDown. You then start a feud with Randy Orton and Christian, leading to a great match at Over the Limit. What happens
The
after
only
that?
great match at Over the Limit.
Yes. Johnny, I'm not even going to listen to what you have to say because we all know that you're saying something like, it's great. So anyways.
Anyways,
Over the Limit
continue.
match. He says Over the Limit match, best match ever. So what happens is they have Christian lose in that match as well with a single RKO. Okay, fine. Christian is face, can't beat Randy Orton over again. So what does he do? He turns heel. Makes sense.
Fine.
It makes sense, at least. So
okay, on a side note, I couldn't really see him as a heel because his gimmick basically is I've worked my ass off and it's just been handed to you, and I've had to work for everything and it's just been given to you on a silver platter. And I think that's something a lot of fucking people can identify with.
You said the exact same thing on your Black Half Elon video.
Yeah, so I know. The point stands.
It does stand. I agree with that, actually. When Christian said that on Raw, I was like, fucking hell yeah, I work with a guy who's a manager at my store, and all he does is flirt with the new cashiers. So, I identified with Christian, and I didn't see why he was getting booed so much. But what happened was he did take, I'd say, a pretty, decent heel turn. But fans were still cheering him. Now they have him go up against Orton again. This time he's a heel. Here's something I didn't understand, though. Why did they have Christian face Sheamus, with Sheamus getting into the world title match, making it a triple threat match, where it was heel versus heel, basically? I didn't understand that. But anyways, folks, here is what really makes me blow up. Like my head does its own inception on itself, and I go inside of a dark, dank place in my mind. You have a heel facing your face world champion. This face world champion has suffered a concussion that you bring up on a Raw prior to this pay-per-view.
And the SmackDown.
Yes. He has a concussion. This guy just turned heel. He's hit him with the world title belt multiple times, and he has been looking good as a heel against this guy. So what do you do at the pay-per-view? It makes sense. The heel takes advantage of the concussion. He couldn't get the job done as a face, so this time he says, fuck the fans, I'm doing this for myself now, and he wins the title back. The face, he has a concussion, and he might not come back to face him, so the heel finds a new opponent while the face recuperates and comes back for a feud later on down the line. Makes perfect sense. Why? Randy Orton punted the other guy that could have been his main competition, Sheamus, in the skull on the last edition of SmackDown leading up to the pay-per-view. So it really means to me, you are going to have Christian go over. Orton does not have a big guy to face at the next pay-per-view. That was Sheamus. You don't have him anymore because you punted him in the fucking skull. Okay? So what do you do with this pay-per-view? You have all the elements that should no.
Johnny just typed great collie.
No. Fucking
Don't interrupt Al's rant. He hardly ever rants. Continue.
Yes.
So what? Okay.
This is like a Steve rant right here.
You have all of this build-up. All of this perfectly decent build-up for the heel to go over. The heel going over. Why? Concussion. The other top heel on this brand is gone. You punted him. So makes perfect sense that this match, Christian would take advantage of the concussion and go over. Face looks sympathetic.
Then I don't know. Maybe they could have Randy Orton be gone for a little bit and then bring someone up.
Perfect. I don't know. It's a little thing called logic. Oh my god. So what
do they do?
They have Christian lose again as a heel against Randy Orton, the face, for the world title, and Christian looked like shit.
And the ref didn't see his foot underneath the ropes, which Christian was complaining about, and then Randy Orton hit him in the head with the belt.
And Kristen was complaining about that too. I know that.
I was complaining about it too.
So there you go.
Are they going to do something with that? Are they going to have another Christian Randy Orton match? Because the fans are going to be as into it. You're going to be draining it out. And what you could have done, take Randy Orton out, make the face look sympathetic. He loses his world title unfairly. Makes perfect sense. Whatever. Bring him back. Have a feud later on down the line. This could be like Survivor Series or something. Okay? Makes perfect sense.
McMahon doesn't want Christian to have the title. For some reason.
I can't. Oh my God.
The only reason he got it the first time was because Edge was gone. And they, I guess, didn't want to pull the trigger on giving it to Del Rio yet.
I don't understand how Christian was even getting a more face reaction than Randy Orton was. Okay? And when they were even feuding. And yet you fucking idiots in the backstage area can't put 2 and fucking 2 together because, of course, if you put 2 and 2 together, that's going to equal fish. So, instead, you rub those 2 brain cells together really hard. And you say, fans are going to love it. And then you have Vince McMahon wipe up your dribble, and Vince McMahon goes, well, I think that's a great idea.
It's Vince McMahon now Hulk Hogan.
Brother.
Shut up.
Sorry, continue, Vince.
You're fired. Anyway, so Vince...
Damn it, I just got this job.
That's true. Vince wipes up the dribble, and he says, that's a great idea. I'm going to use it. So he uses the idea, and you know what happens? Christian loses. And the whole logic of the build-up to this match just crumples into little itty bits and pieces, and it doesn't make sense. And the oxygen is leaving me, and I don't know what to... Oh, my God. Okay, I'm going to stop now.
Here. What I have been wanting to say for a long while in video now is that, granted, Vince doesn't watch any of these videos at all, but if he did, I would say, I would write, just give it to us, Vince, from the end of one pay-per-view, so after the pay-per-view's over, the Raw after the pay-per-view's over, to the next pay-per-view. We don't even have to book the pay-per-view itself. Just all the Raws in between the pay-per-view. I guarantee anyone in our little community here could write a better script for Raw, could write a better storyline for Raw. For free. I would do that for free. For a month. Write Raw. Book Raw. And I guarantee my show would be better than what they're dishing out.
Actually, you're the one to talk. You're the GM.
Pretty much.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Well, then I would hire one of you guys.
No, wait. You just throw darts in the air and just whatever hits.
In all seriousness, GM joking aside, I think I could. I bet any one of us could write a better show than what they keep throwing out every week.
The real problem that I have with this is that the build-up seemed perfect for Christian as a heel to go over in this matchup because of the things that they were bringing up and the antics that they were pulling. And the fact that he didn't, it disheartens me, actually, as a fan, a big fan of Christian. I've liked him ever since I saw him in 2003. So it disheartens me. It really does.
Monoxide?
I thought it stunk.
Well, while we're on the topic of...
Actually, let me just say one thing, just to prove my point on how they don't give a shit about Christian. If they're noticing that Zack Ryder's getting this big fucking fan base on YouTube, and he still couldn't even get on Raw in his own fucking hometown...
He got on Superstars.
Oh, Superstars, excuse me. But he can't even get on Raw. Let's just say that don't expect Christian to ever regain the belt. Just something tells me this isn't a way for him to get the belt. This is actually a way for fans to not care about him being champion because he's a bad guy, and we don't want the bad guys to be the champion. We want the good guys. So, yeah, just take it for what it's worth. And, yeah, what Al said beforehand, just with a lot more vulgarity.
Well, while we're talking about bad booking, well, not bad, confusing booking, Evan Bourne versus Jack Swagger. A match that... Nope. Okay, I just want to say this now. It really bothers me when going into a pay-per-view, you don't know what the whole card is. I hate when you're just like, oh, holy shit, there's this match now.
December to December.
Something, yeah, because the thing is, pay-per-view card...
It was happy surprise for this match, but I still don't like being surprised like that. I want to fucking know.
The thing is about a pay-per-view card, if it's like a full pay-per-view card and it's done like a week before the pay-per-view, people are going to be looking at it like, oh, wow, okay, so this is the matches that you have going on here. All these matches, like 8 or 7 to 9 matches. Those are the matches that you're having on the show. Okay, cool. All right, that match looks good. That match looks good. That match looks good. I want to see that match for sure, etc., etc. You're going to make the fans want to buy the fucking pay-per-view, obviously.
Even if they don't like the title matches.
Exactly.
If they see undercard matches that they're going to want to watch, they're going to buy the pay-per-view.
The undercard means just as much as the main event, maybe even more so sometimes.
Just let you know, the undercard always deliver. Well, I shouldn't say that. The undercard, for the most part, especially on the throwaway pay-per-views, are better than the main event. But let me just say this, because Vince likes to always bow and praise to the match of Ricky Steamboat and Randy Savage from WrestleMania 3. That was not the main event, but you consider that one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time. Just remember that. Just remember that the lower tier card matches can mean just as much.
And I also, before we even get to this match, I want to point out the fact that there was not a single tag team match on this pay-per-view. Even though they could have had Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase versus Daniel Bryan and Sinistro.
Sin Cara.
That Hispanic jumping bean.
You gotta stop ripping off the WWE review guys someday, Kristen.
I like how they say it, Sin Cara.
Like how Scott said it.
It's just...
Well, actually, Chris says it like that too, Sin Cara.
Okay, Ladies and gentlemen, meet the person that gives WWE review guys all of their views.
They had views before I knew them.
Anyways, folks, there's also another confusing segment. Why the fuck were the Bellas out there?
Yes! Why the fuck were the Bellas out there? Because they came out and I'm like, oh, okay, here's our throwaway Divas match. And they come out with what's his face? Keith Stone. Very PG, by the way.
Yeah. They should have just started titty fucking him or something. I don't know.
They should have. Johnny says he was the guest host of the pay-per-view. That's why it didn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah. You could have brought out Sharpton and gotten the same response.
Okay, so they come out, Bella Twins come out with them, and you think, okay, throwaway diva segment, and then they just walk into the audience and kind of sit down, and then here comes Jack Swagger and Evan Bourne.
And they cheer for Evan Bourne, even though they're healed.
Cheer for Evan Bourne, even though they're healed.
Those two dumb bitches.
Fuck?
Anti-bullying for the win.
They're the heel bullying people of the Divas division. Don't bully kids. Bullying's wrong. Don't do what we do.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, basically. So,
anyways,
Evan Bourne versus Jack Swagger, the actual match.
I still like the match. I mean, it was a lot of Jack Swagger destroying Evan, but
Evan had some interesting offense, though, as usual.
Yeah.
He did this cool thing where he ran on the ropes and he did a Hurricane Rana on Jack Swagger. I thought that was pretty awesome. And the DDT he did was quite sick, if I do say so.
Yes, that was awesome.
But see, here's the problem. Notice
we didn't know this fucking match was going to be there.
That's not even my other problem. My other problem with this is, last year, they did the same thing with Evan Bourne with Chris Jericho. And where did that lead to? Evan Bourne going, bye-bye, you're done.
He believes he can fly.
And he believes he can job just as much. So,
where's
this gonna... I mean, at least last year, you could have followed up with it because he beat Chris fucking Jericho. Here, he beat a man who was the lackey for a guy in an orange fucking...
condom.
condom who pretty much got destroyed by getting fucking barbecue sauce poured all over him and forced to kiss Jerry Lawler's foot.
If this was the Jack Swagger that just lost the world title, I could understand that because Chris Jericho is just recently a former world champion when he lost to Bourne. So this match, while it doesn't mean as much, I still think it was at least cool to see Jack Swagger and Evan Bourne on pay-per-view. As much as me and Steve rag on the guy, I'm a fan of him. I am a fan of his style. I think that he could one day win a title, but it's just in current WWE scene, I don't see him winning an actual world title.
Tradition. I have this new tradition ever since last year. The Raw after WrestleMania, I wear an Evan Bourne t-shirt. And the sad part is, for both Raws, I was the only motherfucker in the arena wearing an Evan Bourne shirt. Everyone else is wearing Cena, Orton, this year Nexus, CM Punk. I'm the only one wearing Evan Bourne. We all want him to get pushed, but we're not buying his fucking t-shirt.
I bought his t-shirt.
Well, nobody else in that arena did because they weren't wearing it. So
shut up, Johnny.
Wear an Evan Bourne t-shirt.
So yeah. Next we had
Wait, you don't even want to talk about the match? I thought you loved Evan Bourne's piece.
I did talk about the match, and I'm excited Evan Bourne won. Still fucking confused why the Bella Twins were there.
And
cheering for Evan Bourne.
Murder Mysteries with Kristen. Why were the Bellas out there?
If you have any information.
Moving on. We had Barack Obama coming out and doing a spinneroonie. Nuff said.
Nuff said. This is similar to, what was it, Rosie O'Donnell and Donald Trump? It's similar to Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton.
Well, you know what I'm sure is going to happen, though? The conservatives are just going to be so pissed.
Oh, yeah, the Republicans.
Oh, my God.
The Republicans! Oh, man.
Oh, we gotta watch out, though. We have one here from Texas. Oh, jeez.
More importantly, I'm not conservative, asshole. Anyways, R-Truth versus John Cena. I didn't even watch.
This match was a
conspiracy. I knew R-Truth wasn't gonna win, so.
This match was a damn conspiracy. Like R-Truth said.
How do you spell that?
C-O-N... conspiracy! Anyways, this match proved exactly why WWE is inept on really capitalizing on a person's heat, on a person's crowd heat. Because R-Truth has been getting so much fucking heel heat as of late. And what do? Okay, for anybody who hasn't seen the match, spoiler, spoiler, spoiler! He's at the outside, this kid's got a Cena hat, and he's got a drink in his hand, okay? R-Truth grabs the drink and his hat. He puts the hat on. He takes a sip of the drink. And then, I thought what he was going to do to get more heel heat was pour the drink on the kid's head.
I thought that would have been great.
That would have been amazing. It would have gotten the guy over tenfold. But, he just gave the drink back to the kid. The kid, obviously, threw the drink right in his face. And Cena threw him in, F you. That was it. And Cena brought the kid in, whispered in his ear that he's not a pedophile. He just wanted to promote him somehow. And then brought the kid back into the audience, and that was it. That was the pay-per-view. Another Cena overcoming the odds for the past 6 years. Does this not...
I'm telling you guys, Cena's holding on to the title till Mania. You guys keep thinking he's going to lose it. I fucking know, man.
I never said
That's
he
the
was.
Conspiracy. Cena's going to hold on to the title. You guys think he's going to lose it.
She has female intuition.
I don't think...
He is not... I'm betting you guys. He is not losing the title till Mania.
I'm sorry, but this was one of the most poorly
Johnny
booked...
tells me he's injured, though, so that would be the only chance.
This is one of the most poorly booked pay-per-views, I can honestly say, from WWE I have seen recently. And something that doesn't make sense to me, it really bugs me, is that the world title match was not the main event. World title match should have been the main event. I don't give a shit if it's Cena. I don't give a shit if it's the WWE title. The feud with the most build-up deserves to be the main event between the two big titles, which normally are the main event.
You want to know why they made it the main event? Because it was Raw. And they always treat SmackDown like the second show.
Could you
Fucking
say
thank you, Chris.
Al, could you say that part again about most build-up? Could you say it again?
Yeah, the feud with the most build-up between the two titles should always be in the main event.
David!
That's an inside joke, folks. You don't understand it.
Yeah, you don't understand.
You'll never understand.
That was for Mono and Morris.
Thank you. Kristen, I give you a cyber high five. Oh God, my thing is conking out.
Yeah, but do a giggle.
Anyways, let me.
Oh, by the way, hey, Paul, one more time. Period, bud.
I don't know if you heard me because my internet was spazzing out, but Kristen, cyber high five.
Cyber high five.
Cyber high five for that one. That was good. I'll give you that.
Yeah, Christian versus Orton should have been the main event bar none. I don't give a flying fuck who the champion is or what, who he's facing or whatever. Most build up. It deserves it. And that's why Undertaker Shawn Michaels was the main event of WrestleMania 26. It fucking made sense, okay? So and Christian should have went over. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to drop this. Like, this is going to be my thing now, okay? Christian should have went fucking over. All right.
He should have.
Like,
the only thing I'll say, Al, is that they'll probably follow up with it with the whole my leg was under the rope type thing. So they will.
So then Christian's going to seem not. He's still going to be heel, but he's going to seem like the whiny heel.
Yeah, instead of being a guy that actually had a purpose for turning heel, he's going to be, my phone was on a rope. Oh, God.
He's going to be the whiny heel, and no one wants to see that.
Especially because he already did that before in, 2002. Shit. Well, he did the whiny heel for a little bit, but I don't like the whiny heel on him. I like the cocky, charismatic guy that will do rap and stuff with Tomko. But anyways, folks, this pay-per-view, I am so happy. So fucking happy. I did not... Absolutely, Christian Cage, Paul. Instant classic for win. I am so happy I did not buy this pay-per-view. And if anyone else did not buy this pay-per-view, you are, so lucky that you did not spend the money on this.
No, they're just so smart.
Ah, my God. This was... If I actually did buy this, I would be sitting there for almost 3 hours just watching my money. I'd probably be better off...
I think it would have been more effective. Go ahead.
If I took two 20s and a 5, and I put it in my toilet, and I just kept on hitting flush over and over again for 3 hours, and that's how I'd feel.
I was gonna say it would have been way more entertaining if you'd taken 2 20s and a 5 and put it in a fire and watch it burn.
That's pretty much what it was, because our brains were burning from all this shit.
This is the WWE.
I wanted to be excited about this pay-per-view too.
This is good booking. This is the back burner. This is the WWE putting good booking on the back burner.
Okay. Zack Ryder.
Woo, woo, woo,
woo.
You know it.
Woo, 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 you know it. But
I do.
Another man.
Take care, spike your hair.
Another man who has gotten over, but they won't put him on Raw. Wonderful logic.
I read a comment on that I thought was actually pretty interesting. Vince is wanting to use Zack Ryder as a social experiment to see how he can get over with someone without putting them on TV for a major portion and getting them over outside of WWE programming.
Well, he's done that.
I don't know. Vince is perhaps he's seeing if he can test the waters with the internet stuff, like with Zack Ryder. I think it's smart, but as long as you actually do something with it. Regardless, folks, what do we have anything else that we would like to talk about, or is the pay-per-view it, basically?
Well, I know you, if I could move on to Zack, if we could go back to Zack Ryder, I know you made a video response to, what was her name?
A Niddle or some shit?
Ann Niddle? And Nittle?
Anyways, you made a response to this girl, and the only parts of the video that I saw were the ones that you put in her video, where she talks about that the reason Zack Ryder doesn't deserve a push because he's on YouTube, because he hasn't done anything. Which, you already answered the part where he's like, well, WWE hasn't done anything with him. For everyone who doesn't know, people just don't walk out to the ring and do whatever the fuck they want.
See, that was my issue with what her video was. She was like, oh, he shouldn't he shouldn't be pushed because of a YouTube channel. And it's like, well, how is he going to get over? He's not being used.
We're not wanting him to get a push because he has a YouTube channel. We're wanting him to get a push because he's actually making us give a damn about him.
He's doing a better job than WWE themselves. He went out there on his fucking YouTube, made these shows, and he's very entertaining. I'm not his biggest fan, but I'll admit he's entertaining. And the fact that a lot of people like him, it's like, well, how else is he going to get himself over when WWE doesn't want to use him at all on TV?
I think it's actually pretty incredible that someone could not be on TV and have major exposure, and yet there are massive amounts of Zack Ryder signs in the crowd for shows that he might not even be on. Phone again! Stop calling me, Kristen. I'm right here.
It's not me. Why would I call you, Al? Really?
I don't know.
Anyways, yeah, it's crazy. The Raw that they had in his hometown during the Sheamus, what was it, Sheamus and Santino match? They're chanting for Ryder.
Mm-hmm. They wanted Zack Ryder. Well, that could be explained because that was his hometown, but the whole idea is that he's over, and
there are signs of him everywhere.
And WWE still does not put him, like, they'll vaguely put him on TV sometimes, and only just, like, as a side note, as a fucking footnote. And the most relevant he ever was 2 weeks ago when he lost to Kofi Kingston. And
in a good match to Kofi Kingston.
Okay, so, like, this girl's saying that he should get over by what he does in the ring. But like I said, how is he going to do that when WWE won't use him?
And plus, she's negating the fact that he's on Superstars all the time. Granted, it's not like on TV because Superstars is online now, but it's actually, Al was nice to say it, but put it in a nicer way, but I'm just going to say it bluntly. It is stupid to just be like, well, how this guy has to get over, but only on this one show.
Mm-hmm. I try to be nice.
If she really thinks that, she's a fucking moron. I'm sorry.
I try to be nice in my video responses. Folks, what they're talking about right now is a video response I did to a girl named Ann Niddle. I don't know how to exactly say her channel name. But I did a response to her. It was about Zack Ryder. And I don't do video responses to people much. And if I do, it's normally because they fucked up somehow. And I just correct the mistake. I try to do it nicely, though. I don't try and, like, make fun of them or something like that.
I'm not making fun of her. I'm just saying that idea is stupid.
Like, I don't know her, but one thing that she did say in that video was that you shouldn't attack me because it's my opinion, and if you're attacking my opinion, then you're attacking wrestling.
Is opinion. Wrestling is opinion.
John Cena being the champion is not an opinion. That's the fact. He's the champion right now. I'm sorry. That's not an opinion.
Wrestling is opinion.
Wrestling is...
Anyways, folks.
No.
Yes,
it is my opinion that Christian is champion right now.
Oh, yeah.
Therefore, it is right.
It is
if we're going to use Dylan logic.
Yeah. It is my opinion that Superstars is the #1 brand on the show, on WWE. No other show matters.
Actually, I think WWF Metal is the best show going on right now in
that
WWE.
Show is great.
I think WCW Nitro is.
I think.
Oh my God.
I think Owen Hart has all the belts right now. Oh wait, too soon.
Actually, you know what? WWE Confidential, their next internet pay-per-view is going to have John Cena versus Steve Austin in the main event for the Cruiserweight title. I can't wait.
I love how Al was like, when I do a video response to people, I try and be nice, and me and Steve are like, fuck this girl. She's
I'm not. No, hold up. I'm not saying fuck this girl. I don't know her. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not saying fuck this girl, but I am saying that that her opinions that I believe are not right at all.
I'll say this.
These are the people I associate with.
Yes, I say her video was very naive, especially in her opinions on Zack Ryder. I will say that. Very naive.
Mm-hmm.
So, maybe she's made good points in other videos. I don't know. I haven't watched her videos. Maybe I'll take a look just to see. But her Zack Ryder video proves...
It is nice to see another girl in the YWC.
But at the same time, not a girl that's saying that, oh, well, Zack Ryder needs to get over on the show when WWE won't put him on the show. So how is he going to do it?
I'm sorry, but I don't buy Kristen saying that she likes to see other girls in the YWC. I just don't.
Why?
She likes the attention. She likes the attention.
Well, I don't.
Anyways.
Yes, I like all the crazies that ask if me and Dee are lesbians 9 million times. That's totally the attention I crave, Al.
I'm sure. Well, actually, if you do want to point out one thing, I did use a song by Nine Inch Nails in the video I made to this girl that basically is just using a lot of euphemisms for sex.
Closer.
So, no, it was deep.
Oh, okay.
It's basically him saying, I want to stick my penis deeply inside of you. Something like that, I guess. Sure.
Oh, well,
and she's underage, but regardless, folks, so am I. Until I turn 18 in July. But,
So
I
therefore,
guess that's how we're going to...
count.
I don't know. I don't know. Two wrongs don't make a right, but something...
This will probably be the shortest episode you've done in a while.
No, we did a 30-minute episode.
On Impact Wrestling, their name changed.
See, but we're just trying to help the folks along, because the last episode was too long, and they couldn't listen to the whole thing, because it was so long. Oh my God.
Which means that they haven't gotten to this part yet?
Probably not.
Probably.
So it doesn't matter?
No, it doesn't really.
Spans of an arm on.
Nothing really matters, Kristen. Nothing really matters at all.
Did they really bitch and moan about how long it was? All the other ones are an hour.
There was a guy that commented saying, this one's too long, and I was like, then why are you commenting on it? And he says, I didn't watch it. Thanks for the
He's
view,
like,
buddy.
to remind you that it is too long, even though you can also read numbers.
Yeah, let me just remind you that I can't watch a long fucking video like we give a damn.
Oh, and we also pointed out in the show that, wow, this fucking show's long. Jeez.
Oh my God.
But anyways, folks, I'm going to have to figure out how to edit this in because we didn't take a break, but I will figure out how to edit this. But who wants to do the break song? Huh? Because I did mine last show.
Not it.
Okay, I'll pick a song.
Wow. Kristen's just afraid that we're not going to like her songs.
Yeah.
It's okay if you want to use Disney.
No, it's because they always fucking make fun of me.
I don't make fun of her.
I just laugh it out.
It's just singles. Ah ha ha ha.
I don't make fun of that. I just say pick a single.
You fucking do.
Yeah, and I laugh at what Al says. That's it.
Yes, that is called making fun of me. So fuck you guys.
I'm not making fun
Not
of you.
picking a damn song.
All right. Well, she'll pick a song next week then, I'm sure.
No, I won't. You will
Kristen,
be listening
you're going
to silence. I'm not picking shit.
Oh, you
We're
mean
going
Vladimir
to-
Kozlov's first theme?
We
I'm not-
want you to pick a song.
No,
we
I'm
won't
not
make
picking
fun
a
of
song. No,
We
you've
won't make-
already done it, so I'm not doing it.
Come on.
No,
You can pick a song.
no.
you. All right then, folks. It must be that time of the month, so we're just going to end it here. Thank you all.
fucking assholes. Seriously?
I'm
It's
just.
the second time you've done that fucking joke today, and it pissed me off the first time.
It did?
Yes.
You never said so.
Okay, I'm saying so.
Then I guess I'll just end the show on a more positive note. Steve, start singing "Shiny Happy People."
Shining happy people holding hands. Shining happy people holding. Shining happy people
Okay, Johnny says please in the show.
Anyways, woo woo woo, you know it.
For the love of Bob, in the show.
I don't. Oh my god. Okay, folks, this has been, what is this? Crack Skulls Edition 7, I believe.
Yes.
Thank you all very much for listening, if you actually listened all the way through. Once again, Chris is a member of the show, and she already hates me, so this is getting off to a great start.
First with the
I
then with the
hate
period.
when every time I yell at you, you assume that means I'm on my period.
YWC Awards are coming up as well, so stay tuned for that. More news on that, so yeah. Alrighty then. So yeah. Fuck you, WWE booking, for making Christian look like shit. Until next episode,
Yes, fuck
folks. Until next episode, we shall see you all again in your minds, because you aren't looking at us right now. We're mind fucking you right now, actually. I have my hand on my head right now.
Okay, Al, shut up and just end it.
That's what she said. Have a great night, folks.
For the love of Bob, in the show.
Woo woo woo.
Fucking shut up!
Woo woo woo.
You know it.
Rob Terry.
Bro.
Take care. Spike your hair.
Woo woo
Woo
woo.
woo woo. You
Why
know
won't
it.
they just end the show and they're torturing me now? Fucking motherfuckers! Bro.
Yes.